This is New York City, and unfortunately, you have to plan about 14 weeks in advance. I thought by calling the dance studio where we would have Harry's birthday in July, early July, yeah, for September, that I would be in the clear. Boy, was I mistaken when their next availability was November. So this grand idea I had of having Harry's birthday in September had to be moved to October, but I was also going to have a party for Arthur, which was also in October. So I had to plan two separate parties for two separate kids back to back. I admittedly have zero boundaries when it comes to my kids, and birthdays are pretty hard because whoever's birthday it isn't throws a tantrum. So we just had Harry's. Arthur completely threw a tantrum, even though I had gotten him loads of gifts, and I explained to him over and over again that it was Harry's day, and she was the main character that day. In 2 weeks, it would be his turn to be the main character. Didn't matter how many times I told him, he still cried for most of the day. So I did a bit of a haul at Five Below, and this is what I got. Right, so admittedly, actually, I also got, just to make sure, I actually hurt my back at the gym, and it's a little hard for me to get down here. Okay, my God, how old do I sound? Anyway, I also got some things from Dwayne Reed, because Five Below didn't have them. Wrapping paper. I didn't know Five Below, you would have thought a place like Five Below would have wrapping paper. Well, this one doesn't. The city places never have good stuff. Target, forget it. Why does it even exist here? Anyway, I got this at Dwayne Reed. She's gonna friggin' love it. It is a Barbie. Hopefully it comes with a Barbie. Includes doll. And it's Play-Doh. She's gonna love that. I have two brutally honest children. And when my daughter told me that I love my son more than I love her, I almost completely broke down. Because when I was growing up, I felt like things were not kept even. Uniform. I love that. And he actually has this, and I lose track, but la mignole! My daughter is 2 years younger than my son, and I hadn't realized how much the attention I was giving to my son was affecting my daughter, mainly because he's a baby, and he had more needs. He couldn't feed himself, he couldn't walk, I had to carry him, she was going to school, he was coming to me to work, instead of saying, no I don't.
First. Is that how I make you feel, Harry?
I completely validated her feelings and promised her that I would make sure to show her the same love that I show him.
Right?
Come here. What is this?
And we're also going to blow up this giant disco ball. Mommy doesn't know how we're at.
I got a costume of a disco ball. That was for Harry's party. Let me also make it perfectly clear that I am not a party planner. I avoid planning parties at all costs. But I am a mom, and I do want my kids to feel super special, and I remember having birthday parties when I was younger and how awesome it felt. And also, to be completely truthful, like, my parents didn't plan or do anything for me, so I really wanted to make sure that I took the time to make it happen for my own kids. Another childhood trauma unlocked. I wanted to make sure that I got this really elaborate cake for Harry's birthday. I was looking at the prices, and the cake that I wanted I couldn't find for less than $500, but I'm not going to freaking spend $500 on a 6-year-old's birthday cake. So I went to Wegmans. Wegmans is a supermarket here in New York. Well, they're probably all over the country, but we have one now in New York, which everybody is very excited about. Which, to be honest with you, I used to throw so much shade on, but it's actually pretty incredible, and I go probably 2 or 3 times a week now. Good old Wegmans had birthday cake options.
I bought this for $80 instead of $500.
And I bought some Amazon decorations and slapped her face on the cake. Let me show you.
Harry.
We're gonna add a few things. But it was huge,
Edible
it was
glitter.
special, she loved it. But the venue for Arthur's birthday was providing the cake, so I did feel really guilty that I wasn't putting as much effort into Arthur's cake that I was with Harry's. Having these two parties for my kids made me realize that next year we will be doing a joint party. No, really though, I realized how important it was for me to treat both my kids the same and really make a note of how I'm treating one and the other so that I make them both feel special.